Today we would be talking about the poem God's Grandeur by Hopkins. Now, in this poem, as we discussed in Pied Beauty, Hopkins is singing the glory of God. Now, in Pied Beauty, he was talking about the variety which God has gifted upon various things which he has created. He was singing about the variety, the variety which God has created, the different things, the different colors, different freckles, which are created by God, who is Himself perfect, and He has made things which are irregular or temporary, and he was singing in praise of those things. Now here again the theme is almost same. He's talking about grandeur of God, but in this poem he seems to be more serious than he was in Pied Beauty, because it in this poem, the form which he has used, the form of a sonnet, form of an Italian sonnet, of consisting of an octave and a sestet. And as usual, every sonnet, Italian sonnet especially, in the first eight lines has a dilemma, has a problem, or has some dissatisfaction, and the last six lines or the sestet resolves or makes a positive turn or give an affirmation or give a message of hope. So, in this sonnet, also, when in the first line, first eight lines, when he's talking about God's grandeur, he says, the world is charged with grandeur of God. Charged means world is full of energy, as if some electricity is there or some battery is there, and world is charged with grandeur of God, with God's grandeur. It will flame out like shining from shook foil. Now, when a foil is burnt, there is a brightness or a gray or some sparkle is being let out from it, and it is all of a sudden. So he says, one could feel God's grandeur, one could feel the presence of God, or one could feel the kindness of God, or one could feel even the punishment which is given by God at a flicker of second, just as a foil burns. It gathers to a greatness like the ooze of oil. And but if one wants to see the greatness of God, then or witness the greatness of God, one should see the ooze of oil crushed. Now, this oil which is being crushed, this is olive oil, and this oil is symbolic of, in Bible, it is symbolic of. Goodness, peace. So when it is crushed, it is crushed means it takes a long time to turn something into an oil, and it is crushed means some effort has been made, a positive effort has been made, and through this oil, the light comes from this oil, is again symbolic of God's beauty or God's presence. So this oil or such type of beauty, which is persistent, which is there, which is always there, and which is perennially seemed, which is perennially seen by people, or felt by people, or witnessed by people, is that type of beauty is somewhere Hopkins emphasizes upon the fact that that type of beauty is greater than the beauty which is there for a small period of time. Why do men then now not rack his rod? Now, then why this world does not recognize the rod or the punishment or the boons which are given by God. Generations have trod. Now this is repetition, and the repetition is somewhere the impatience of Hopkins, who wants to tell you that generations have gone in trodding, in moving from one place to the other, or making efforts for useless or meaningless things, and generations have wasted in walking that way. All is seared and with trade, bled, smeared with toil, and wears man's smudge and shares man's smell. The soil is bare now, nor can foot feel being shod. Now he says he uses various words like smearing, toiling, blaring, wearing, smudging, which means that which indicates the corruption of human beings, his the attitude of human beings, or their unmindful, or their wild race for money, monetary benefits, or their selfish motives. So this all these things have made the human generation or human beings dark, or they have smeared them with this type of sin. And wears man's smudge and shares man's man's smell. Again he's using such an imagery, is imagery of touch, imagery of smell, where he's telling that man is burning his oil. There is an olive oil, or which is burned for God's grace, but this oil which man is burning, or this effort, or this energy, or this all exercise which man is undertaking, is giving him smell, which again is something very negative, or something which is very disgusting about man, is bare now, nor can foot feel being shod. Now all his energy, all his effort, all his run, or all his race is for some materialistic pursuit. Then it says, and for all this nature is never spent, there lives the dearest freshness deep down things, and though the last lights of the black vestment. Now, in as I already discussed, that in the sestate, he would give you a reassurance that there is a reassurance is in nature. One should go back to nature, one should go back to God, and dearest freshness deep down things in the creation of God, which are fresh. Rather, he's talking of industrial revolution also. He's talking of materialistic pursuits also. So he says somewhere you should learn to enjoy the deep down freshness of things. And then, though the last lights of the black west went. Now if there is a west, if there is a night, there would be a day also, because sun rises in east. If there is a west of a night in west, then there is the sunrise in east. O morning, at the brown brink eastward springs, because the holy ghost over the bend. Now he's talking of holy ghost. Holy ghost means he's reassuring that holy ghost would save the mankind. And he's talking, since he's very religious, he's talking of God, he's talking of his son, he's talking of ghost, he's talking of this trinity. And world broods with warm breast and with our bright wings. Now he's comparing God with a dove, who would enfold, bring in its enfolds, in its warm breast, the dove, the God, back to peace, the mankind back to peace, and back to the safety and security of God. Thank you.